So I just got off work at the mall pharmacy. Yeah, I still go there every now and then. Out the window, it looked amazing. Beautiful sunshiny day. This is what I'm seeing out my window. But look back behind me here. There's some monstrosity of development. And I pulled up the radar to see just how stupid it looked. Is that good content? Can we see it? You see that gust front coming across there? I'll take a screenshot of it and put it right here. Now the gust front is represented on this image as the faint green and blue line that is running from the bottom left to the top right of the screen. That's not rain, that's the wind front. Just so you know what you're looking at there. So this is the time of the year when you get these summer storms that are developing in the distance. You may not even see them. We can see these, they're relatively close. But what you gotta watch out for is the wind that is coming off of these things. The wind can be violent. And there's a gust front coming off of this one, and it should be here just within a few minutes, I would think. Man, I get asked all the time, you know, what apps do you use? This is one that has really become useful, especially this time of the year. In my area, we get these afternoon thunderstorms developing, sometimes close, sometimes not close, but we do get the gust fronts coming off of them. 5:57, and the first image was at 5:23. So 30 minutes, so I probably got time to get home before the gust front hits, and I'll try to film it from there. If I see it coming across before then, I'll stop and film. Check this out. But as a paraglider paramotor pilot, you really want to stay in tune with what's going on with the weather. You know, reading your daily forecast I ain't mad about it though. It was an easy day at work. I did have to do a pharmacy day. I only do about 2 of those a week now. I've cut my hours back, and I'm mostly doing grass growing at this point, but I plan on doing mostly paramotor school real soon. We're getting there. But man, there is some stuff swelling up all around. I can see it in the distance, rain falling. Yeah, and we need a little rain. I'm not upset about this. Every now and then you get a gust front that moves 100 miles across the ground. I've been set up with a student on the tow line, perfect conditions, ready to go. I mean, he has done the bow and I'm fixing to hit the gas, and all of a sudden the wind changes directions, 40 degrees, picks up 8-10 miles an hour extra. Everybody's scrambling to get their wings under control because they're getting fumbled around, and then there's no storm anywhere within sight. You don't see any rain, you don't see any clouds, and you pull up your radar and you see a patch of storms 100 miles away, and they're dropping and pushing that air so far that by the time it gets to you, I mean, it's not a 50 mile an hour gust front, damaging winds, anything like that, but it's enough to totally wreck a first flight and put you in a real bind. And oftentimes when you look at your local radar, you may not even be zoomed out enough to see 100 miles away. So I caution you to really pay attention to that, especially this time of year, summer. If you live in an area that is prone to summer storm development, get that high resolution radar and look for those gust fronts. It could save your life. It could save you certainly a wreck. Now let's talk a little bit further. Let's talk about if you do get caught in a gust front, what do? You try to land immediately? Probably not. Now, the things that I'm saying, they're not carved in stone. You don't do the same thing the same time every time because they're always different. A large, damaging, dangerous gust front, if you happen to be caught up in that and you're not on the ground, turn and run from it. Turn and run from it as far and as fast and as high as you can. Put yourself down once you get some room between you and it, pack up, and then duck for cover. But if you're just at the edge of it and it's just starting to pick up and it's not a super strong one and you can see what's coming in the distance because you have wind indicators out in front, well then maybe you are close enough to the ground that you can land in the beginnings of a gust front before it gets rowdy town. You know, that call is on you, but as soon as you land, you need to get your stuff put away, unclipped, or you might end up in a drag situation. You gotta know how to disable your glider. You gotta know how to handle strong winds. That's why we practice handling in strong winds, so that if you get caught in a situation like that, you have control of your glider and it doesn't have control of you. People who are getting dragged and in trouble, that's because they're losing control. We don't want to do that. We want to stay in control of this stuff. that's just the game we play. That is just the game we play. And oh, I saw lightning. I saw lightning out here in the distance. That's good. That's a good thing. I'm trying to think of the best place to see this thing from. I'd like to capture the gust front on video. Can I make it home? 609. Man, it's pretty close. I'm driving right toward it. Driving right toward it. I'd hate to miss it after making all this content. I would hate to miss the gust front. I think we'll go to the house and look for it. I think so. The airport's nice. Let me get a shot of the sail. When we clear the trees, you should be able to see this stuff. Look at that behemoth. Oh yeah. Yeah, pretty big and scary coming right at us. I'm gonna try to get home, get this thing videoed for you before the rain hits. I just basically want to catch the wind. But that's the gist of this story. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. It could save you some trouble, maybe save your life. Yeah, be cautious. Check your weather, especially your high resolution radar. It will show those outflow boundaries or gust fronts, or another word, same thing. And those are the trouble, the edge of the boundaries. Sometimes you can fly right over them and then land behind them. If whatever caused them has dissipated completely, maybe you can just go right through the edge of the front, and then behind it is good air. Sometimes we stay on the ground and they pass by, the air gets nice and smooth behind them. Sometimes I've used them as a kiting thing. If it's zero wind and a gust front's coming through, we'll use that wind to teach people to kite. That's something that I've done on a few different occasions. It works. It works, but you got to look at what's happening. You got to look at how strong it is, and you just got to be prepared. You know, like the old, what's it, G.I. Joe? No one's half the battle. The other half of the battle is 25% blue lasers, 25% red lasers. I saw it on a t-shirt. Man, we just caught it. Knocked the trash can over. There's the gust front. It's upon us, my friends. Sadly, I didn't make it for the, I saw it go across the road as I turned down my road. I guess we kind of might have captured it knocking the trash can over. But that was the edge of the gust front. Behind it is just strong winds, as you see, and the rain is right behind it. So this would be one that you would want to run from. You wouldn't want to land or go over it and then come in behind it. So again, if you see the nastiness is right there, then turn and run. If you see that there's nothing like following the gust front, you know, it may be fine. But you can see that faint blue-green line right there in the center. And that's the wind, that's the gust front. So as that line crosses our position, and as you can tell, big rain shortly behind it. So I'm gonna go get all my stuff organized, make sure nothing is gonna get wet. Oh, I see a saddle sitting out there. Anyway, if it'll rain hard, we'll catch you guys real soon in the next one. Much love. So yeah, I've done the whole Mr. Rogers change my clothes thing. This is what you would be dealing with should you wait too long after a gust front passes by. This is big rain. This is what you can see coming. First rain we've had in a while, like substantial. Like I'm quite happy to see it. That means I get to not water the grass plugs for a day or two. This is gonna be good. This is gonna make everything grow a lot. But I thought I would throw this in there at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Be good, guys. Kyle out. Are we recording? Kylo coming at you from post-gust frontal flying in the evening. Still got some wind. Think I'm going to grab this free ride 21 here. This is gust front day. I don't know if I'm going to put this video with the gust front video that I just recorded, because I just recorded one like on the spur of the moment, like had an idea for a video, made the video as everything unfolded. Shit, I think I want to take off right here. I'll be running uphill, or maybe not. Maybe I'll crosswind it. I can pretty much aim where I want to go, but also go where I need to. It's a delicate mix of that. You know, controlling the wing and forcing the wing. A lot of new people mess up. They try to go where they want to go instead of, you know, you got to look at where the wing's at. Where's the wing at in relationship to the air? And when you answer that question, then you can decide your move. Because it ain't always where you want to go. Get established relative to the wind, then you can control the glider at will, basically. Solo operations, you want to kind of bring a communication device, your bag. That way, if you do decide to leave the field or have to leave the field, you've got a way to pack your glider up when you get to where you're going. XC 101, carry your wing bag with you. If I'm just at the field, I might just throw it on the ground, but you don't want to get in a habit of that. Then you do it and decide to leave. Then you got no way to carry your stuff if you have to carry your stuff. And sometimes you do in this sport. That's just the nature of it. Is that raindrops or just filthy glasses? I mean, there is rain close, but I don't think it's the kind of rain that's scary. It's just the remnant of a storm dissipating is what it seems to be. Let's give the radar one last peek before we go. Kind of just as I suspected, everything is running downhill. Well, it did get bigger there for a moment, didn't it? I guess maybe that sun's shining up underneath it, lit it up again. But the sun's going away. We're at sunset, so the energy's going to be gone. Sometimes you get a little flash of redevelopment, but it's not going to grow to anything excessive, methinks. And of course, this is a gamble I'm taking. I'm by myself, and I ain't saying for you to do this. This ain't, flying near rain. If you don't know what you're looking at or what you're seeing, or just generally don't have good knowledge of the weather, don't gamble on the weather. I'm gambling on it right now, and I think I know what's going on, and that's probably a huge mistake. But we got a little wind. I know I can kite in it. If I can kite in it, then I can probably land in it. There's a wingtip problem over here. It's a line over. I didn't clear my leading edge all the way. One surefire way to get a tangle. That's okay. I'll do another kite before I go and make sure it's right. And if it ain't, I'll fix it. But note to self to look for that. You know what I'm saying? Now then, we put this beast on and do our work. Yeah, the winds have gotten light. I'm going to do a forward flip in. Give me a little more control authority and the lighter changing conditions. Alrighty then. Here we go. So off camera, I also checked the winds aloft. They were forecasted to be south-southwest at around 2,000 feet. They were picking up to around 30 miles an hour. And I've actually tried out winds like this. I know what they feel like. This is something that I've experienced on numerous occasions from trying it out. It may not be the flight for you. Just a heads up there. My phone is no longer in my pocket. Oh, I did. I put it in the pouch here. Okay. Yeah, I can see the rain just over there, and I'm probably catching some BS off of that. It's a bit turbulent, but again, nothing alarming. Just gotta relax and control your wing. You feel the turbulence. It'll tell you things. Pay attention. You feel one wing drop, one wing rise. Maybe it's trying to turn you a different direction. But try to imagine you're feeling that wing as it's cutting through these bubbles of air. You feel one go up or down, or you're going in or out. Those are things to pay attention to. Down on the ground, I can see that it's still nice and smooth. I can see by these fog indicators where there's like evaporation going up. The windsocks are not bouncing around much at all. I feel turbulence right here. I'm in the mixing layer, the boundary layer. But none of these bumps are big enough to cause panic. I mean, not that you should panic even if you hit the biggest bumps, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it's just an exercise in bump tolerance. I could see where this could make someone uncomfortable, but you just don't want to control your way through it. Look at the bumps. Look at me moving around. And also watch my hand. I don't know if you can see both in the frame or not. I'm not doing anything unless I want to make a maneuver. Watch, I'm gonna turn left. I'm gonna pull an inch of brake. And now I'm turning left. That's all I did, is lean and pull a little brake. I don't want to get downwind anything stupid, so I'm going to stay out in the field here. I'm going to look for planes because I'm near a runway. Keeping an eye on that rain over there and the winds. If I see them change over here at the windsock, then I know they're going to be different here. I see them bouncing a little, and that's what I'm probably feeling right here. Let's just get into the lower levels just to see. Lower levels also puts you closer to the ground, the danger zone. I'm basically unrecoverable in an area like this, so I need to stay fast. Fast gives you some pressure on your wing. Don't pull a lot of brake, but feel the brakes. They'll talk to you. Don't pull them unnecessarily. Feel where the wing is at. That's all you got to do to fly good. I see it coming out of the west light over the trees. No big deal. I'm just going to put myself over on this side of the field. Checking for aircraft. Stay on the downwind side of the field. Can y'all see my Bermuda grass coming on in? I got some pretty good patches of that stuff growing. A lot of it up here at the top of the hill. Oh yeah. Big patch right here. It's like a putting green right there. Got some over here. I don't have much out here. I gotta move. Oh, there's a little patch. I know there's some over here in the corner. Sorry, I get distracted by all the work that I've been doing. I was talking about flying, and I start wandering thoughts into grass growth and stuff. Let's go check out the sunset. For all you losers that stayed home tonight, I hope you enjoy sitting in your living room. Ooh, nothing like some cool, damp air. Post gust frontal. Rainbows in the distance. Wind smooth. Couple bumps. Awesome. That's smooth for me. May not be smooth for you. But it's just wind. It's just the nature of wind. If you don't learn to feel of it and use it and fly in it, I'm sorry. I like to delve deep. I like to delve deep into it. Watch what's happening and why. Do the things that I want to do. But I do think that rain is getting closer and closer. Is it going to hit me though? Is it going to hit me? Is the outflow boundary from it going to be a thing? Let's go up a bit. Am I going backwards? I'm pretty much parked here. Wow. I see the tops of the fog getting rolled. You see that? That's a good indicator. That's what you're feeling. You see the tops rolling over on that thing? Or is it just a pixel in this stupid GoPro? Well, I can see them. They all look like little curls. Well, that's your gradient. That's why just above the treetops I was feeling a lot of turbulence. That's because that's where that boundary layer is. You can see it in all the little fog pieces. I didn't think to mention that earlier. Yeah, there's a visual indicator of the turbulence with the tops of the little fog evaporate. I'm about to start hitting those bumps. Oh, just any minute now. Bet I can find some. Let's get level with them over here. There we go. Yep, there's a bump. Yeah. Okay. It's exactly what I'm seeing. They don't look like shit, so when you fly through them, that's about all they are. Nothing more. But it feels like shit right here, because that's where all the little curly parts are. But if you go above them, you'll still feel some. There's a little rock back with the wing. That means you punch through into the stronger air. It's just those, I don't know, 100 feet where it's mixing. Okay, 200 feet. Woo-hoo! I'm almost going backwards again. Every time it gets a layer stronger, you'll catch a couple of bumps through it. Give myself a little bit of room. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Just toying around in the boundary layer. That's like the worst place. Why do I hang out here? Why do I hang out here? I don't know, but I hope that you got something out of this. I sure did. I got to do an evening flight on the paramotor
with thunderstorms and sunsets and rainbows and rain all in the distance around me. But I'm under a blue hole with the crescent moon, and I'm gonna put my stuff up and watch this rainbow in this rain. Might even get hit by it, I don't know. Let's see if I can land this thing. Oh, out of my seat. Spot landing? Yeah, I'll go ahead and kill it. Why not? I believe I got the glide already. I don't have to do anything but not pull the brakes until now. And I'm gonna land right here on top of this hill. And that way I can lay my wing down in the driest part. Right, up, down here. Ha! One little pow, I like it. And below that boundary layer, coming in on approach to landing, it's very calm. Look at the windsocks. I mean, where the fog's curling over, it's bumpity bump. And you see a little bit here. It's not completely free of turbulence because it was quite a tight gradient tonight. It was a safe gradient, but it was pretty tight. You got to stay on your game. There could be a rogue ripple in there that could take you out, but I didn't think so. Looking at it, knowing what I know about it, I didn't think so. Hope you like this content. I hope it helps. And if you're looking for an app that's really helpful and useful, not so much in flight, but on the ground before flight, during flight, after flight, Radar Scope is the one that I use. It's $10. I like it. I like it a lot. Hope you got some out of this. Much love, y'all. Kyle out.